the fabulous Malin Akerman. Now, don't worry, she's not evil in real life, are you?
I don't know. Ask my husband.
What was it like playing a villain?
Oh my God, it was great. It's like all of the stuff that festers inside of you that you don't want to put out in the world, you get to put out in a movie. So it's cathartic, it's great. It feels kind of good. Like it's hard to get out of that when you go back home. And you should ask my husband how he felt when I came home.
Well, I remember in an acting class once they said there's no such thing as villains. No one who's a bad person thinks they're doing anything bad. They think they're doing it good for themselves.
Oh, that's interesting.
There's no such thing as villains.
Thank you.
Everyone's good.
So
in their own eyes. Now they made you change your look for the movie too, right?
Right, because villains are never blonde. Right? So they wanted me to go dark-haired, which was super fun. You know, anytime you change your look, it's a different vibe. You know, you feel different. You put a pair of heels on, it feels different than flats.
Right.
So it feels fun to get into character and, you know, and then you really look in the mirror and go, right, it's not me, so I can be whoever I want.
Right. Now, this movie was based on a video game, right?
Yeah.
You play video games?
I don't really play video games. My son does. He plays video games all day on there. I just hung out with the boys who played video games because back then it was arcades were the thing.
Right.
So I remember Rampage, and it was one of the video games there, and all the boys were obsessed. But I had eyes for boys, and they had eyes for games. So it kind of went like blind.
Circle. Now, didn't you guys work together on a project?
We did.
Yes, we did.
What was it?
It was a friend of mine wrote a project called Friendsgiving. It's about two gals who had kind of broken up with their partners, and Deon is a husband of one of our best girlfriends.
Yeah.
And Deon is the hardest working man I've ever met. He'd be sleeping on airplanes just to get there for the day and then fly out to do another comedy show, back and forth, different states. And there's so much so that there were a few days our director go, Deon, you sleeping? Wake up! It's your line.
I've known for that too. I will sleep like the camera will be on this side, and I'll be like,
Oh my God.
girl, I understand how you feel. Don't even do that to yourself, girl.
In a
Like
really
I hit all my
emotional
cues,
scene.
but I be sleep as hell.
Yeah, I might doze off in a little bit. Just, you know, watch me though. But yeah.
We cut around it.
But stay awake now, okay, Deon?